Welcome back in the third part of the video project. Sorry for code editor. So I hope you have understand till now what we have done. So here in our case was what we simply have to do. We just if have to make this available if we click on this toggle button. Okay. So if we click on this toggle button, so this CSS pane should appear over there, CSS text area should appear, Java text area should appear, and right now we are having only the text area of HTML and iframe of output. So how we can do that? We have done almost over there. So here we just write some line over there, that is we just have using click over there, so we just click dot toggle class toggle button, sorry, we just can spell it, and then we have to call its click event, and here in this we have to make a call to the function. Then here we go writing the body of this. So what we have to do when we click on this, I have to make this class as active, and if again I will click on this, I have to make this class inactive, and I just want to do background to be the original background color. Okay, so here what I will do, I will write line to this as say this means this toggle current toggle element. Then here we have to use toggle class, and we have to make it active, class active. Okay, and we just, if this is active, then we have to remove the highlight class. So again we will do this, and here we write this dot remove class highlighted button. That's written over there. So save this and see the effect. Yeah, this class is active now. Yes, it's working. So now what we have to do, we just have to share this panel among the four part, or sometime with the one or two or three. Okay, so how we can do that? We just take variable over here, say variable, and to this I'm giving the name as panel id, and that is equal to this, and we just need to get its attribute. So for that I will use attribute function, and to this attribute I have to get it by id, then to this we have to add the panel. Okay, then to this we have to add the panel. That is done. And how much active panel that we can have over there, so how which panel will take which place. So for this I will write another line over here. So here we have to get it by id. So here in this is what we do, you will have to use for id, we use hash symbol, then plus, here I need to have panel, id, but we have defined over there as this variable. Whatever the value we will get it there is equal to dot toggle class, and to this time we have to call it as hidden. Done this, so save this here and see the changes. Yes, it's working over there. If we click on this JavaScript, but it's taking only 2 because we have the select output and this is not coming. Only 2 are coming, just we have given its height as 50%, so that's the reason. So here we have to accommodate the number of active panels. So how we will do that, let's see. Here we declare another variable, say variable number of active panel. We're taking variable as number of active panel, so that is maximum are equal to 4. Okay, variable the number of active panel, that is maximum are equal to 4, and minus whatever the but is hidden over there. So here we have to specify it in single quotes. Hidden and to its length. Here we just not use this length function, just length variable. So here we have initialized number of active panel, that is maximum equal to 4 minus whatever the hidden class is active for that. Yeah, the length of that will be added to this. Okay. Now we have to divide it into the equal size. So here we will write one more line, that is class panel dot width. Here we have to set the width again. We just take Windows width, window dot width. Similar like that we have taken height over there. Okay, and this should be divided by number of active panel. So it to be divided by number of active panel, and to this I am just minusing some value, that is 10, that is value of some padding space used over there. Okay, I hope so it's worked. Save this right now. Here we go, refresh it. CSS coming, JavaScript coming, and then output is coming over there. Fantastic, it's working. Okay, if we close this, it's disappear. It another panels are occupying its place. If we disappear this, others are occupying its place. Okay, so fantastic, this is done over there till now. So here we have to add one more line to this also. Say if I add even for this panel, this has to be specified in double quotes. Panel, here again we have to set the panel width, so panel width will be equal to that is again width, sorry, window, we just have to take its window width, window dot width, and we have divided it into two sizes, that 50% and 50%. So just now we have to divide it into 4, so we have to divide it again by 2 to making 50-50 to 20-25%. So here we write divided by 2, and we have to minus some padding space also. So here we go and refresh it over here. See, CSS, Java, and then it's working. Okay, so we have done almost up to this. Now we just have to check for that whatever we write over there, just like we have written hello world in the HTML section over there, so whatever we will write over here, that should appear in this box, that is iframe. So how we can achieve this? For this I will make a search over here. Text area to iframe, text area in iframe, something like that, jQuery. Let's see what the result we get over there. Text area input display to an iframe use. Yeah, I think this will work. This will work for us. Let's see how they have achieved this. It's taking some time over there just because of low internet speed. This is also, we are having some information over here. Yeah, it's text area on, change, key based function, and all these things they have done excellent. It will work. Yes, this is workable for us. Text area input display to an iframe using jQuery, it's work. And what he says, it has given an example over here. So that is not of our concern. We just have to go with this, and what we have done. Look at this function, update code outer in HTML. This click on text area code and show solutions. This is for key press function. Yeah, that is sufficient information first. So what I will do, I will make another function over there in my script. So I'm closing this for now. So here I will create a function over here. So I will give the name to this function. Say I will create a function. In order to create a function, I have to use function keyword, and the name I will give it as update update output, say. Okay, so here we have to, sorry, this way not function has to be defined. Here we have to put the parenthesis, then we have to write the body of this function in the curly bracket. So here what we have to do, we have to call for this, and here we use iframe element. We have given the iframe element, and to this I have to append its contents. So contents function is called, then here we have to find the HTML, so find function is called, and to this I have to find the code like of HTML, and to this I will write append the function HTML, and in the HTML I have to look for what I have to look for. There should be HTML element, that is to be start HTML. After the HTML we have to use head, and in the head we have to use title, or title we need not to we can specify over there. So what within the head we have to specify the style, then here we have to give its type, that is important in case that has to be given in the single course, that is either text or CSS. And yeah, this is style that we have specified. Here is the close of style. Then after this we have to add, to this we have to add whatever we will write in CSS panel. Okay, whatever we will write in the CSS panel. So how we get that? Percent. Then here we have to write hash CSS panel. So ID is here ABC, but we have spelling CSS. Here we are using capital P, so we have to use here as capital P. CSS panel, then its value, whatever we write over there, value of that, and to this I have to append, then we have to close here as my style element, to include the style element, and after the style we have to close the head. After the style we have to close the head. Okay, and after the head is closed we have to start with our body element. There is similar structure that we used to write over there, and to this we have to append whatever we will write in the body panel. So here we have to use that panel ID hash HTML panel dot its value, okay. Then to this we have to append it by, then here body is closed, and after the body is closed we have to close the HTML, okay. Then end of the line. Okay, that I have written over there. So save this for right now, and here we go, refresh it. So nothing it's writing over there. Now we just, it's not, we are not handling an event over there. So what we need to do, we have to call this function somewhere else. So what we have to do, we have to simply call this update function we have created right now. We have to call this function here. Here we have to call this function update output. Then what we will have to do, we have to write text area events, we have to trigger on there. So here we go with another code over there, like say text area on function. When we have to here events like sometime we make change, or we use some keyboard activity, or sometime we use paste. Okay, paste, or we call some function. So here we write function, and to this we have to write its, and here we will again call this function update output. Let's see it's working for us or not. Yes, fantastic, it's working over there. If write something else, yeah, look at this, it's working. Okay, so this is, if we use br over here, then it's working. Fantastic. Similarly, we have to check it for the css. If we write here some, let's see, we use some paragraph over here, and to this I give id equal to say p. Then here I write my name is Pam. Then close this paragraph element, it's where. So here we write some css code for this. If I write for p, and here I write color, fantastic, it's working. Yeah, we have done css code over there and it's working over there. You see over there, this is fantastic. Okay, so we have write it for the write the text area output of the HTML panel, then CSS panel to the iframes over there. So how we can write this JavaScript? We have not done anything. If we do something over there, that is not going to be appear over there. So how we can achieve this? That is, we have to make another search over there, that is JavaScript in iframe, something like that. In iframe, okay. Yeah, I think this will work. Invoking JavaScript code in iframe. Let's see. Okay, let's see this also. Basically I have embedded in a page. Okay, JavaScript tool reads Java document dot get a target frame name. Okay, content window dot target function. Okay. Page from different domains, and then function do stuff for us. iframe content domains. Let's see. I'm not getting some meaningful from here, so here we go with this. I don't find anyone. Let's go back. So I'm just using, instead of I made search JavaScript in iframe using jQuery. Okay, I will set use jQuery. Let's say what it says. How to access content of get HTML inside iframe. And how to add JavaScript code into existing iframe. Okay, I think this will help us. So instead of doing all this work, I'm just adding one. What I will do, I'm just writing some JavaScript line over there. Let's see what's going to happen with this. So I will write this code in this function. So here we go. To this I have to write here, that is document. I'm just writing some JavaScript. Document dot get element by id, and the id over here is, here we have to write it output panel. Output panel dot content window. I think I'm using JavaScript line over there. Content window dot eval then here I will use again this hash JavaScript panel. Let's check the spelling. JavaScript panel, it's correct over there. JavaScript and the output panel, it's same as the output panel. So save it here. Here we go. Refresh. CSS here about Java. So what I will do, here I will write a line over there, say document dot get element um, by id. Say I will use here, so I'm just add one line to our code over here. Say I add here a paragraph element, and to this I will give id, say equal to para. Let's see what's happen, and I will add some line over there, that is p color control is here. Here we go, refresh it. So yeah, it's achievable. CSS is written over there. So I'm just writing some line over there as say document dot get element by id, and here id is our paragraph, so I have given the id as para dot inner html is equal to say hello pom. String terminator over here. So I just copy this from here, copy, again pasting it here for initialization. So instead of this I will write control V here. Document dot get element by id and para inner html is equal to hello pom. So control S here. Here we go, refresh. So click on JavaScript. We add something here. Hello nothing is going to be output over there, so we must have some mistakes over there in the spelling. So let me check it out. So I'll write this line over here in document dot get element by id, and then here the id is para. Then here we have to use the function inner html, and to this we have to set the value, say equal to hello pom. So here I cut this line from here, go paste here. Here we go, save the changes, and here we go, refresh it. So when we have this code editor, and here we have written paragraph in which we have written hello world, and that is coming output over there. We see CSS, and here we change its color to say red, so it's red over there. So if you use JavaScript, then it's still not working over there. So we must encounter some error over there just because of the reason. So there is some spelling mistake. So here we go, refresh it. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Initially it was, if you go refresh it, and JavaScript, and here we change some value, say it's working. It's working for me. Okay, so that we have almost done our whatever the output we required is also coming over there. So if we use some header element here, say h1, and here I write hi there, and to this if I set its CSS, say h1, and I will say that color, whatever you want to change color, say I'm put it as brown. Yeah, it's working. It's working. And if I copy this line, Control C, and here we go, paste it over here and get element by ID. Here I will use, say, h1. So it's going there. Yeah, not by ID. So when we have to do over there, we just give ID to this as, say, ID. We getting this element by ID. So this I'm giving ID, say, equal to h. And if we use h, it's working. If we change some value over there, it's making a perm, then we add Patel to this, it's working. So this is how we have done this project using jQuery, and that made us code very small as compared to the code that we used in JavaScript. So that is the fun of using and learning jQuery. I hope you understand how to code with jQuery, and that's all for now, and see you in the next course of web series. That's all for now. Thank you so much.